All right, welcome to another two card review. Today we're doing another version of Clobber, basically, but the Justice form. And then we will also be talking about a card that I'm actually a little more excited to talk about because I like the card. I feel like the card's not used a ton because either people don't like it or they don't appreciate it. I'm not sure really which it is. Maybe it's too expensive. I don't really know. But I personally like the card a lot. So we're going to be doing this two card review. If you like this video, do me a huge favor. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications. All that stuff helps out a ton. Go check out the podcast if you haven't done that yet, please. Thank you. All right, let's go check out some cards. All right, the first card we're going to talk about is Impede. It's a 2-cost Justice event. It's a thwart event. Hero action, thwart, remove 3 threat from the main scheme. If this is the first card you have played this round, return this card to your hand. Now, 2 for 3 is not like a great amount of threat removal. Heck, even 4 for 6, if you play this card again, is really not a great amount of threat removal. But it can be nice to do the 2 for 3, remove that 3 threat, get this card back, use it for something else, right? Like there is some value there for that. I do feel like Clobber gets played more than this card does, generally speaking, because I don't know. I'd rather play like Clear the Area or Multitasking or something. Because like the other idea with this card is that you could do a 2 for 3, get it back, and then 2 for 3 like somewhere else if you're dealing with a lot of side schemes or something like that. There feels like there's some value there, but again, I'd rather play Multitasking and do a 1 for 2 plus another 2, right? Or whatever multitasking is nowadays. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I'd rather do that value instead than whatever like Impede is. Like Impede doesn't make as much sense to me. So I feel like this was a card, again, when it first came out, people saw Clobber and they really liked Clobber. And then they were like with Impede, it was like the same idea, but it wasn't like that great, I guess is the best way to put it. So I don't know. It might be something that I'm missing out on. Maybe it's something that I don't understand compared to what other people may be doing. I had to look up multitasking really fast. It really is a 1 for 2 threat removal. Use a mental resource and you get another 2 somewhere else. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this isn't a card that I'm using a ton. I haven't really used a ton. When it first came out, I used it a bit, but that's about it. Nothing really too crazy with it. So, all right, so that's the first card, but the more exciting card, the one I really want to talk about is Godslayer. 3-cost upgrade. It's an aggression. So let me rephrase that. It's an aggression 3-cost upgrade. It's a weapon restricted, so you can only have 2 restricted keywords. Hero interrupt when your hero makes a basic attack against a unique enemy. That's the one with the little star. Exhaust Godslayer and your hero gets +2 for that attack. Now, I feel like people have kind of shunned this card, and maybe not shunned, maybe that's too strong, but don't really use this card that much because they don't like the unique enemy part of it, right? They want to be able to use this card all the time on all enemies. So I feel like there gets like decks built with minion slaying decks, and they don't really want to use this because if you're slaying all the minions, you're not really going to use Godslayer that much. Or if they're playing against villains, they don't really want to use Godslayer because they're just like ramping up on aggression events or their attack events, I should say. And that all makes sense to me, right? That's not that's not totally out of bounds or totally doesn't like not make sense or anything. But I feel like when I play a Valkyrie or someone like that, or even someone that has a high, like the high attack ability of just like exhausting to attack, right? Like Valkyrie has the ability to like easily do 6 damage from just like exhausting and swinging. It's assuming the attachments are on and whatnot. She could do more than that, but like 5-6 is really easy. Now getting 5-6 up to 7-8 for just exhausting to attack, like that's crazy to me. Like that's a lot of damage. So I think if you can put this on a ready up hero, it's really good. Because again, like I think like an X23, right? Where X23, I want X23 to ready up a couple times maybe, and this can just get bonkers. Even with Gamora, this is what the pack or the pack we're on now is the Gamora pack. Even with Gamora, I mean she's swinging for 2. If you have like a +1 attack onto her, and then you put this on for like fighting the villain, like 5 damage to a villain, especially in solo play, is a ton. Like it's just a lot of damage. And if you're dealing with even a multiplayer scenario where you want your aggression player to like really help lead the push at the very end of the game, Like, this is to me like a good way of doing it. Again, with ready up heroes, it's even more bonkers because you get the extra swings out of it. But still, like, a lot of times when you're on like a, let's say a 3 or 4 player game and you're making that final push, right? Yes, the event cards are generally pretty strong, but to be able to have this out on the table and to go, okay, my hero, let's say, can swing now with this card for 5 or 6, and if I can ready up once with them, so now I'm swinging, 10 to 12 with just my hero. I mean, that's on a 4 player game, that's almost like a quarter of the villain's life most of the time on like stage 2 or stage 3, right? Like, not all the time, but a lot of time. So it just seems like to me like a card that nobody wants to have because again, they see the 3 cost of it and they go, okay, to get maximum value out of this, I probably need to get like 4 or 5 swings against unique enemies. And if you're playing a scenario like a oh my goodness, what is it? Sinister Six, right? Where the enemies kind of keep coming back, or any scenario where that happens, this card makes even more sense because you want to be able to just smack the enemy out of the air constantly. You get this, they're never going to stop coming, so you might as well just like keep hitting them down, and their life isn't super high, so you can basically just exhaust to win, and then that removes the threat and stuff like that. And then if whatever other scenarios you have that are like that, where enemies kind of keep coming over and over and over, and like the collector collector two. I feel like if you defeat the collector two, X amount of threat gets removed from the main scheme. Well, being able to put this on a hero, let's say you even put it on like Hulk, right? Now, 3 costs on the Hulk is really, really expensive, but now you're having Hulk just swing for 5 total, right? Like, okay. And then you put the aggression of upgrade that gives you +1 attack. So Hulk is just swinging 6. You have a Hulk smash on top of it, like 16. I think Hulk has a +1 card, so we're up to 17. Like, it gets kind of crazy, right? And I get that it's expensive and that you need to use it more often than not, but I think the value is there. Like, I do. And you have to build toward it. It's not something you just throw in your deck and hope for the best. Like, you are building a hero that is going to swing for a lot of damage. Like, that's what you have to do, right? It can't be just like, oh, I'll just put it in if it happens to hit the table. Then it's usually a waste at that point, and I get that argument with it. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a big fan of Godslayer. I really like the card. I really do. I think it's a really good card. So yeah, I don't know. I like the card. So maybe that's just me. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts if you like Godslayer, if you think it's a pretty good card, if you use it, if you play, or if any unique builds you have for it. I think would be pretty interesting. And same with Impede, right? The Justice card we discussed first. Do people use that? Is that used a lot? I don't really know. It'd be interesting to see. Maybe it's something I should be looking more into and just not skipping it so much. Because like I said, there is some value with Clobber, so maybe it's with that too. I don't really know. Anyway, appreciate you watching this video. Do me a favor, like, subscribe. Check out all the links down below in the description. There might be something that interests you with different social media platforms or the buy the same token stuff or whatever it may be. I really appreciate all the support, and I'll see you all next time.